Well, the name Murdaugh used to be a staple here in Hampton County, representing one of the most powerful legal dynasties in all of South Carolina. Now the name is tarnished in controversy, and the law firm that used to carry that legacy name that I'm standing in front of right now has wiped it from the record, as the ripple effect of these murders still haunts this small community a year to the day. But what has unfolded over this past year and the twists and turns in this case is something that no one could have expected. Now, just 2 weeks after the double murder of Paul and Maggie Murdaugh, SLED announced they discovered new information in a separate homicide investigation in the 2015 case of 15-year-old Stephen Smith, linking the evidence found in the investigation of the Murdaugh case to it. Now, fast forward to September 3rd, Murdaugh was asked to resign from his law firm, PMPED, after accusations of stealing money. The next day, Alex was shot in the head on the side of the road in Hampton County in what officials now say was a botched murder-for-hire attempt by Murdaugh himself to give his only living son, Buster, his $10 million life insurance. And just when you thought that was enough and it was over, 2 weeks after that, SLED launched an investigation into the death of longtime Murdaugh housekeeper Gloria Satterfield, who died in 2018 at the Murdaugh estate. Murdaugh was arrested on October 14th on financial crimes related to the death of Satterfield and has sat in Colleton County Jail ever since. Now, to summarize what has happened in the past year: 5 link murders, 1 botched murder-for-hire attempt, over $8 million in stolen money, and a grand total of 79 charges brought against Alex Murdaugh in a shocking turn of events that has shook the framework of this small town here in Hampton.
I'm outside of the Marion Police Department, only about a mile and a half of where the shooting took place. Now, here's what we know. Shots were fired at around 2:15 Sunday afternoon at the Eastbrook apartment complex. There was a 21-year-old who was shot, and he died earlier this morning, and police are still trying to figure out whether or not he could have been the shooter's target. Now, like Andrew mentioned, there was a 1-year-old little girl who got shot in the crossfire. Her father says that she's stable, but she lost her right eye. It was a typical Sunday afternoon for Jay Ellison and his family. They were sitting in the living room watching TV when they heard gunshots. His 1-year-old daughter, who was sitting at the front door, hit by a bullet.
The bullet came through the door and hit her through the temple and came out her eye socket.
The baby was rushed to a hospital in Charleston. Her injuries left her without her right eye. While Ellison says that his little girl is doing well, he doesn't understand why his daughter is paying the price for someone else's problem.
My daughter getting hurt is a prime example of why these young guys should be more considerate of the community, because an innocent child got hurt and now my baby doesn't have a right eye.
The 21-year-old man who also got shot died early Monday morning. Police are still trying to figure out if he was the shooter's target. Marion Police Chief Tony Flowers tells me that more police isn't the solution because the people involved in the shootings don't care if there are police around or not. He says pop culture plays a role in that.
Or I would say the young crowd today, I don't really think they understand the implications that come with shooting somebody. You know, the process, okay, if you kill somebody, murder, prison, all that stuff. I don't really think they understand it. I think they're just glorified through today's music, video games, movies and stuff like that. You know, it's a shoot thing, it's over and done with, nothing happens. And I just think it's glorified, the shootings and stuff, like I said, through today's music, videos, movies, television shows. That way they don't really see the repercussions of what happens after the fact.
Flowers tells me that he has several leads on the shooter and their accomplice, but they need the public's help.
The Horry County School Board is taking steps to make sure schools are safe. They're going to hire a consultant to come in and look at the security plans in place. The district is spending up to $150,000 on the firm. School district spokesperson Lisa Borsier says the consultants will review safety procedures for the next school year. She says this will enhance those protocols. Borsier says she wants parents to know this is just one investment the district is making to keep students safe.
We are going to make a concerted effort, especially during the beginning of the school year when we meet with parents, that we make sure that they are also aware of all the safety parameters that we have in place, that they meet our officers.
Sears says with multiple threats made over the past few weeks, employees have done a great job speaking up about their concerns. The approved budget also includes adding more rehabilitative behavioral counselors at all schools.